Welcome to Reddit Reader. Policemen of Reddit. What are the craziest things you have seen people do to prove their innocence, even when doing nothing wrong, when they realize there's a policeman around? I had a dude start getting buck naked to prove he didn't have anything on him. We tried to stop him, but he was very persistent. You'd be surprised how quickly someone can take all their clothes off and how hard it is to stop them. I was the crazy person in this situation. I was about 13 and taking my dog for a walk. A police car drives up to me, stops, the officer gets out and walks towards me. I immediately freaked out because I wasn't wearing my helmet. Took me a second to remember I wasn't riding my bike. Well, it wasn't exactly policemen. The story is old, but it's an anecdote we like to tell in our family. My great-grandfather was living under fascism during World War II, and he actually had a face that had what people considered Jewish characteristics. So one day, some anti-Semitic vigilante group affiliated to the police decided to knock him down and take him to a field in order to shoot him because they assumed he was a Jew. So what he did was show the men that he wasn't circumcised to prove he was not a Jew, and the guys, convinced, decided to let him go after that. We like to joke in the family that our bloodline survived because a guy in our family flashed a bunch of dudes, and it worked. I watched my brother make himself puke to prove to a cop that he hadn't swallowed any illegal substances to get out of an arrest. He ran his toe through the vomit, looked at the cop, and asked, "Satisfied?" We were both arrested for public intox due to the overwhelming aroma of Jägermeister in his vomit and the fact that I was walking like a newborn colt. It's surprisingly common for offenders to call police because if they call first, they think it automatically means they are the victim. This is especially true for domestic abusers who seem to see the police as another person to manipulate. Nothing too crazy, just all the drivers who think it's a good idea to go at least 20 under the speed limit if they see a cop car in the mirror. Add some erratic swerving caused by them being so focused on the police car behind them and on watching their speedometer that they forget to look at the road ahead, and it becomes difficult to overtake safely as well. Please, just drive the limit or close enough that we won't bother writing a ticket. The average speed measurement devices we use are just that. They measure your average speed over a given distance by measuring how long it takes you to drive that distance. A brief blip over the limit makes very little difference to the average over a kilometer or so. Plus, there's massive safety margins in your favor to account for possible inaccuracy on the operator's part. You're not going to get a ticket just for having your speedo needle briefly show 1 kilometer over, not if the measurement is done by that car behind you anyway. This might not sound like much, but it was a remarkably terrifying experience for me. I'm not a policeman, but back in 5th grade, my friends and I were into drawing on our skins with markers to look cool. One day I was doing it in a bathroom stall in the park near the school when an officer guard came in and asked me to come out. My box of markers was on the floor and he quickly pointed it out. To my bad luck, there were drawings all over the stall, so he was quick to pin it on me. However, I was also very embarrassed to show him the drawings on my skin because I knew it was stupid and just an effort to fit in with my friends. I tried negotiating in every way. I asked to take a lie detector test. I offered him my service to clean the stall. I said I'd do community service, but I insisted that I hadn't done it and that I didn't want my parents to know, all while not showing him my skin drawings. He thankfully believed me and just let me go. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe so you don't miss our next upload.